Messi, Pele, Ronaldo, and Maradona, who is the greatest of all time? Find out the verdict. The question that has divided football fans for decades. Who is the greatest of all time, aka the GOAT? Is it Lionel Messi, the little magician from Argentina who has dazzled the modern football era? Is it Cristiano Ronaldo, Mr. Champions League and the ultimate goal-scoring machine? Could it be Pele, the original king of football who made the World Cup his personal playground? Or does Diego Maradona, the mythical figure who left us with unforgettable moments of brilliance, stand above all? In today's video, we dive deep into this fiery debate, bringing facts, stats, and moments to the table. Get ready to hear arguments that will challenge your perceptions, ignite your passions, and maybe, just maybe, make you rethink your pick. Whoever you support, one thing's for sure, this conversation isn't ending anytime soon. Let's dive in. To understand this GOAT debate, we must first look at the four players who have earned the right to occupy this conversation. Lionel Messi, the modern-day maestro, is synonymous with consistency and technical brilliance. Cristiano Ronaldo, a beast of an athlete, continues to defy age and logic. Pele, the trailblazer, brought football into the global consciousness like no one else before him. Finally, Diego Maradona, the flawed genius, gave us moments of magic that have become the stuff of legend. But how do you even begin to compare players from such different eras? Is it about trophies, stats, or pure talent? Let's break down the arguments. Lionel Messi has arguably been the most consistent player in football history. From his Barcelona days to his recent exploits for Inter Miami, Messi's career has been nothing short of extraordinary. Think about it: 8 Ballon d'Or and counting, 4 Champions League trophies, over 700 club goals, and finally the pinnacle, winning the 2022 FIFA World Cup with Argentina. If football is art, Messi is its Picasso. His dribbling is unrivaled, his vision on the pitch unparalleled, and his ability to read the game almost feels supernatural. But critics argue that Messi's loyalty to Barcelona shielded him from the rigors of proving himself in different leagues during his younger years. Does this affect his status as the GOAT, or does his pure talent override that argument? Now, enter Cristiano Ronaldo, the most followed athlete in the world, and for good reason. While Messi embodies effortless elegance, Ronaldo represents sheer determination and athletic dominance. With over 850 career goals, 5 Ballon d'Or, 5 Champions League titles, and international success with Portugal, Euro 2016 and Nations League 2019, Ronaldo's resume is second to none. His explosive pace, aerial prowess, and unmatched scoring instincts make him a complete package. Plus, he's excelled in multiple leagues: England, Spain, Italy, and Portugal. But detractors argue that his individualistic style occasionally prioritizes personal achievements over team play. So, is Ronaldo the example of hard work beating talent, or does he fall short when compared to players who are born with natural genius? For many, Pele is and always will be the GOAT. Why? Because no other player can claim 3 FIFA World Cup trophies. The Brazilian legend is credited with over 1,000 career goals, revolutionizing the striker position and putting Brazilian football on the global map. In a time when football lacked the global exposure and technology we have today, Pele still became a household name everywhere, from Rio de Janeiro to Tokyo. However, critics question whether Pele faced sufficiently tough competition during his era. They argue that while his stats are jaw-dropping, the level of global footballing talent wasn't as high or professionalized. Can you really compare a player from the 1960s to those dominating in today's game? Diego Maradona is perhaps the most controversial name in this debate, yet some argue he's the greatest of them all. He wasn't just a footballer, he was a moment waiting to happen. His 1986 World Cup glory is legendary. Whether it's the infamous hand of God or the goal of the century, Maradona gave the world memories that are impossible to repeat. Maradona's career, however, was marred by off-the-pitch scandals and controversies. Critics point out his inconsistency compared to others on this list. Supporters, on the other hand, argue that Maradona carried mediocre teams, namely Napoli, to unprecedented levels of success, proving his singular influence. Is Maradona's genius enough to overlook his flaws? Let's tackle the essential criteria for determining the GOAT. Remember, there's no definitive answer, just points to fuel this eternal debate. Messi's dribbling is unmatched, with his close control earning comparisons to a video game. Ronaldo's physical presence makes him a top-tier header of the ball while also delivering with both feet. Pele's creativity and eye for goal defined his generation and introduced flair to football. Maradona's ability to single-handedly dismantle defenses makes him a standout artist of the sport. Who wins here? It's impossible to decide, as each player brought their own magic to the pitch. Messi's World Cup win gives him the edge in the modern era, as well as 8 Ballon d'Ors and countless club trophies. Ronaldo, however, has succeeded in multiple leagues and delivered where Messi hasn't, like winning the Euro. Pele's 3 World Cups remain an untouchable feat, an achievement no one has come close to replicating. Maradona's lone World Cup trophy is iconic, but his club trophies pale in comparison to the others. Does the World Cup alone define greatness? Or should the broader success of an entire career hold more weight? Messi and Ronaldo have played in arguably the most competitive era of football, with analytics, fitness technology, and tougher opponents. Pele dominated when defenses were unorganized and football lacked professionalism outside select regions. Maradona thrived in an era where fouls were brutal, creating an argument that he faced tougher physical conditions than Messi and Ronaldo. Should technical advancements and modern challenges make Messi and Ronaldo superior? Or does surviving brutal tackles elevate Maradona's artistry? Messi's crowning moment came late in his career with Argentina's World Cup win, but his Champions League heroics are countless. Ronaldo loves the big stage, delivering when it matters most in knockout games and finals. Pele's World Cup performances, especially his debut in 1958, are legendary, but they are spread out across a longer timeline. Maradona arguably owns this category, as his most iconic moments are etched in history forever, whether for the right or wrong reasons. Who delivered the most when everything was on the line? One of the most contentious aspects of the GOAT debate is the fact that these players are from entirely different footballing environments. Comparing a Pele or Maradona to a Messi or Ronaldo is like comparing Formula One cars from the 1980s to today's machines. Different speeds, different tracks, same love for the sport. Can Maradona's brilliance in the chaotic 1980s truly outweigh Messi's consistency in a supercharged 2020s football world? Can Pele's pioneering achievements hold a candle to Ronaldo's dominance across Europe? The truth is, football was, and still is, a constantly evolving game. One thing that clouds this debate is fan emotions. If you're Brazilian, can you ever truly vote against Pele? If you grew up in the Messi versus Ronaldo rivalry era, can you ignore them in favor of legends like Maradona? Personal biases also come tied to club and national allegiance, giving us an eternal tug-of-war rather than a clear answer. Messi is perhaps the closest thing to perfection we will ever witness on a football pitch. His technical abilities, consistency, and legacy are unmatched. With the World Cup now in his trophy cabinet, Messi has completed football. Ronaldo's adaptability and success in multiple leagues, on top of his incredible longevity, make his claim undeniable. His physical dominance, hard work, and stats demand respect. Pele's status as a pioneer and his World Cup record immortalize him as the king of football. He carried Brazil to heights that no one else has replicated on the world stage. Maradona's 1986 World Cup performance alone is enough to argue for his GOAT status. If football is about creating unforgettable moments, no one did it quite like him. So, after all of this, who is the GOAT? Is Messi the chosen one, Ronaldo the relentless force, Pele the timeless king, or Maradona the icon of magic and madness? The truth is, no answer will satisfy everyone. And maybe that's for the best, because this debate isn't just about stats or trophies. It's about what these players represent, the joy, passion, and drama of football. Ronaldo, Pelé, Messi, and Maradona are undeniable world-class legends of the beautiful game. GOAT debate aside, enjoyed the content? Show some love, like, share, and subscribe to stay inspired. Thanks for watching.